In the name of Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. كل سنة وحضراتكم طيبين. This is the last week in Lent before the Holy Week. And the story of today, it's a very famous story. It's a story about a man who was born blind, and our Lord Jesus Christ gave him eyesight. Every time we read this story, question comes to our mind is, why the pain? Why the suffering in my life? How can God allow this pain and this suffering? And that's not only me, even the disciples asked our Lord Jesus Christ, why? They said, Rabbi, who sent this man or his parents that he was born blind? Jesus answered, neither this man nor his parents sinned, but the works of God should be revealed in him. It would be easier for us to understand it if his parents sinned and God said, okay, because his parents sinned, this is the punishment for it. This is the outcome of their sin. That's why he was born blind. But in order for the work of God to be revealed in this person, that's why he was born blind. It's kind of, what's wrong with this? Okay. That the works of God, this is too loud. This is not, I like the other one. Sorry. It's very hard to understand. I can understand suffering in my life, pain in my life, if I did something wrong. That's fair. That's fair. But how does that work? How does that work? God is saying that this man is going to suffer for his entire life, that the work of God can be revealed. Why? Why? That's not fair. Why does God's glory have to be revealed in this way? Well, in order to understand this, or to answer this question, the answer is in the last two words of that verse, that the works of God not just to be revealed, but to be revealed in him. He's not saying that I want this man to be blind so I can do the miracle and people can praise me and glorify me and stuff like that. Because God never cares about the outside. He doesn't care about the outside. He only cares about the inside. But what is that glory on the inside? What is the glory on the inside? What is that glory on the inside? يقول لك لتظهر أعمال الله فيه. إيه أعمال الله يعني? What is that works of God? Well, برضو in order to answer this question, let's look at this person in the beginning of the story and at the end of the story. In the beginning of the story, this guy doesn't know anything. He just sits there waiting for someone to give him some money so he can, live with this money. He doesn't know anything. He's almost homeless. But at the end of the story, we see him that he stands he stands before the Pharisees and the scribes and the Jews. He's making a confession of faith that this is the Messiah. This is the glory that our Lord Jesus Christ is talking about. This is the glory. This guy did not live the same life after the miracle. He lived a new life. هي دي أعمال الله في حياة الإنسان. هي دي أعمال الله. Yes, it was a cross for him. It was painful. It was discomfort to him to be blind. And we all have crosses to carry. We all have crosses to carry in our life. And when I say the word cross, the first thing that comes to our mind is what? pain and suffering and discomfort, right? حد عنده إجابة تانية لكده؟ Be honest. أول ما أقول الصليب يجي في مخي إيه؟ الألم، عدم الراحة، التعب. But that's only the half of the truth. There's another half, which is the glory of the cross. There is glory for the cross. Yes, there's suffering. Yes, there's pain. Yes, أنا متألم في حياتي. أنا تعبان. عندي مشاكل. But there is also an inner glory, which cannot be revealed without the cross. Any cross has two sides. One has the crucifixion, and the other half has the resurrection. You can't separate them. You can't. There are two sides to the pain, to the cross, to the trials, tribulations, problems in my life, suffering in my life. The first half is painful, and the second half is the life of glory. Unfortunately, many of us stuck on side one, which is the pain side. My illness, my problem, my suffering, my pain. If this is what we do, then it's not a cross anymore. It's not a trial anymore. It's a problem. It's a problem because I don't know how to deal with it. This blind man had pain in all his life. But through the meeting with our Lord Jesus Christ, he was able to flip the cross. He was able to see the glory of the cross. And that's the lesson for today. That there is a life of glory that is awaiting each and every one of us. But we just need to know how to deal with our pain, our suffering, so we can get that life of glory. دي مشكلتنا إن إحنا we don't know how to deal with our problems. We don't know how to deal with our pain. You know what we do? We do one thing. You know what? What we do when we face a problem or a trial from God. First thing we do, go to Abuna and complain about it. That's our problem. That's our problem. The path to that life of glory, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not cheap too. We have to pay the price. We have to carry. This is how it is. This is how it is. You have to pay. Like anything else, if you want to get anything, you have to pay for it. طب اشمعنى السما؟ اشمعنى السما اللي أنا عايز أخشها free? I have to pay the price for it. Same thing spiritually. You want that life of glory, you have to work for it. Example, you want to be a doctor. Great. You have to make a sacrifice. You have to study a lot. You have to go to school, so many years. You get the loan and stuff like that. But at the end, you are a doctor. This is how it works spiritually too. You want that life of glory that our Lord Jesus Christ promised to the Samaritan woman? You have to pay for it. That he promised to that blind man? You have to pay the price for it. What is the price? That I have to know how to deal with my pain in life. It's very simple. The path to get to that life, it's full of trials. Full of trials. Well, trials are different from temptations. Trials are things that God put in my life so I can get to that life of glory. Temptation is from devil to make me sin. Okay? احنا مشكلتنا ان احنا بنلخبط بين الاتنين. Top trials like what? Like this blindness today. العمى ده. Things that I don't have control of. بلاقيها كده مرة واحدة في حياتي. حاجات بتيجي كده مرة واحدة في حياتي. I have no control over it. No control over it. Like illness, poverty. أي حاجة that I don't have control of, it's a trial from God. Okay? طيب. I have to know how to deal with these trials. Most of the people don't want to deal with it. I don't want to even look at it. مشكلتنا 99% of the people, they want to be يعني in the middle كده. I don't want that life of glory. خليني ماشي جنب الحيط كده والدنيا كويسة. I don't want to be like CEO of the organization مثلا ولا أي حاجة. I want to be in the middle, average. Social life, I want to have fun. I want to travel. I want to go here and there. But at the same time, I don't want to do something like really bad. Spiritually, I want to come to church. That's fine. I want to come every Sunday. I want to pray. I want to give. I need, I do what I need to do spiritually. But I don't want to be like a nun or a monk. مش عايز كده. Monk, nun, it's too much. Too much. فكل واحد عايز يبقى ايه؟ In the middle. In the middle. That's the problem. Being in the middle, there's no problem. That's fine. But don't ask about the life of glory. Don't ask about the life of glory, because that middle line is not going to get you there. I can assure you that. It's not going to get you there. As I said, trials are painful. Painful things that God put in my life. أنا عمال أعيد وأزيد فيها عشان الناس تفهم. Trials are things that God put in my life in order to what? In order to get the life of glory. متفقين على كده؟ تمام. طب الترايلز دي depends on what? Depends on my spiritual level. Depends on my يعني the way I live my life. For example, I go to the doctor and I have something in my stomach. The doctor said, okay, you need an antibiotic. You have a stomach virus. You need an antibiotic. He gives me an antibiotic. Another person goes to the doctor, same doctor, with something more serious, like cancer. The doctor definitely is not going to give him the same medicine, right? Same thing with God. When God looks at me, He looks, how do I live my life? And He's going to say, the medicine is going to depend on the disease that you have. If I have a lot of diseases, that means I need a lot of trials in my life. فأنت لو عندك trials كتيرة تعرف إن ربنا إيه؟ عايز يعدل الكفة. عايز يرجعك تاني. The stronger the disease, the stronger the medicine. احنا اتفقنا الترايلز دي medicine to me. It's not punishment. Like this blind man, it wasn't a punishment. It was a medicine for him. Okay? So God looks at me and He gives me a trial according to my level. طيب. مشكلة الراجل ده كان إيه عشان ربنا يديله العمى ده؟ What was his problem? احنا اتفقنا الترايل medicine for me. طب that was a trial for this man. What was his sin? الشمامسة, what was his sin? No, you gotta know. What was his sin? Huh? Nothing? صح, nothing. I don't know. No one knows his sin. And that's the beauty of the life of glory, that you don't remember your mistakes. You don't remember what you did. You only remember one thing, is the life of glory, the happiness. You're not going to remember the illness. You are going to remember just the life of glory. Last thing I want to say, having trials in my life, is it enough for me to get to that life of glory? Huh? I see people say no. صح. It's not enough. يعني ربنا لما يديني حاجة كده من عنده، مجرد ما هو يدهاني, that means خلاص I'm going to be close to God, where everything will be fine and خلاص كده? No, that's not enough. That's not enough. Example, just if I have an illness, just taking the medicine, it's not enough for me to get healed. صح? What I need to do, I need to sleep well, I need to eat well, and I need to get like vitamins and stuff. Same thing spiritually. Having the illness or having the trial in my life, it's not enough for me to be closer to God. أمال إيه المشكلة؟ المشكلة how do I respond to that trial؟ فاكرين في أول العظة قلت لك our problem is we need to know how to deal with our trials. How you respond to it. As I said, do you go to Rabbuna and complain about it? Walla, you know how to deal with it. This is what counts. So you need to accept the trial and trust in God, that God can make something good come out of this trial. I hope إن احنا نتعلم من هذا الإنسان أن this man was very submissive to God. He was very trusting and he believed in our Lord Jesus Christ. He didn't even resist him. Yes, he couldn't see him. He didn't resist. المسيح خد طين وتف في الطين وحطها على وشه وقال له روح مش عارف بركة سلوام وروح اغتسل هناك. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. And we need to do the same exact thing. We need to accept the trials. We need to trust in God when He gave us a trial, in order to get to the life of glory. لكي تظهر أعمال الله فينا. And glory be to God forever.